Previously on Critically Stupid.
Hello everybody, welcome back to your favorite D&D podcast on the internet. My name is Garath and I play the rogue. I say play the rogue, I am the rogue. I'm very, very into it. I'm also the bartender and everyone's favorite. Now, if you don't remember what happened last week, that's my job, that's why I'm here. Me and Arnold went on some stealth missions. I was teaching him the tips and tricks of the trade while Mel waited outside and had Fantasy Wendy's with Josh Pat. We were actually robbing Rainier Neverember's house, looking for his sword, which is a bit strange, but we needed some way to get him to us, you understand. Now, inside of Rainier Neverember's house, we actually met a dark elf named Azd. Forgive my pronunciation on that, I don't speak Drow. Now, I say we met this new person, but really it was like the quietest Mexican standoff you've ever seen. We just kind of stared at each other for 6 minutes because it turned out that this person thought somehow both of us, were Rainier Neverember. After some Scooby-Doo shenanigans with a small dog who lived in the house and Rainier's housekeeper, running away through different doorways in the hallway. At some point I hid in a suit of armor and also kept it. But we eventually succeed in stealing the sword and taking it back to Trollskull with Azd, because she was actually waiting for Rainier as well. And Rainier comes into our establishment, and he, lightly pokes and teases at us for breaking into his home and stealing his belongings. And Azd accuses Rainier of dealing weapons to the Drow homeland. She shows him a press release with a picture and everything, and it is, I'm going to be honest, very incriminating.
There's one here. It's like an olive.
Oh, that
branch.
cute little plant guy, like this guy.
Olive plant. I have 3 plant tattoos now, and then I have one. The lava lamp's on my ankle, so I have to stand up or something.
Nah, I don't do that.
You also don't want to show the internet your feet. Big mistake.
Big, huge.
No, that's how we get followers, Gary.
That's paid. That's paid.
This is your
content.
first day on the internet?
Gary, show us your feet.
So mad when
Oh my god, you. That's gonna be the screen cap. It's just that.
Oh hell yeah! What a great thumbnail. You're welcome, Alex.
Oh, I can't wait. That being said, I love you guys. I'm glad you're here. Let's play some D&D.
All right.
That's where the intro would start.
Oh, nice. That's good. I'm not going to keep it, but all right. Let's do a little warm up. Dianna,
Yes.
I would love you to help me describe the worst grave robbing of all time.
Worse than the one that we already had with the
Somehow, yes.
cannibals?
I think
Because I think the cannibalism made that. I mean, that was at least top 3 worst. That's like top 3 worst reasons to grave rob. It might be the first of the worst reasons.
I think we all know.
You guys heard of this cool thing called necrophilia?
Okay, so Bessie, my question is, how many people are involved in this grave robbing gone wrong?
32.
32 people involved.
It's a club.
Okay.
Classroom of children.
It was like a meetup. It was like a fantasy meetup where they were like, if you're interested in like,
LARPing, grave robbing.
Like grave robbing or necrophilia or cannibalism, whatever your forte is, meet up with us here.
Okay, so legally I have to abide by the rules of yes and, which is fucking horrifying to me. So, Garion, 32 people in a tomb, which sounds like I'm jumping into the worst Dr. Seuss rhyme of all time. What is the complication that starts this grave robbing gone wrong?
Is it 32 people trying to fit into it too?
The issue with the grave robbing gone wrong is that there are 32 people and there's 31 graves.
Okay, so there is.
So we're gonna have to share.
We're gonna cut into
musical graves.
We're gonna cut into the Waterdeep graveyard, also known as the City of the Dead. It's a sprawling hillside of a mix of family mausoleums that are both well cared for and grand and have a lot of money put into them, and also old and decaying and cracked and shattered with bits of ivy and broken tombs. And we're going to go to a hollow near a clump of trees where 32 people are standing in a crowd, sort of muttering to each other. Some of them have shirts that said like "dead, no problem." You know, others of them are holding like bottles of lube, weirdly. And, I think two of them by the side start this, where like, you know, one of them is like an overweight, mediocre white guy with like a chin beard and a trilby hat on.
I want one of the people at least to be like a beautiful, ethnically diverse model who's just into some weird shit.
And the other one is a beautiful, ethnically diverse model who's wearing a shirt that says feet stuff.
And she has one of those hats that's like, women want me, fish fear me.
And then on the back it says, because I fucked the fish!
Thought it was feet stuff.
And they start shoving each other over a grave that each had called dibs on. Arnold, how does this, there's only 31 grave scenario spread to the rest of the group? Because it starts with 2 people.
Right. So how did they all find out? Well, here's the thing: is there are 32 of them because they're very Oompa Loompa-like, but they're grave robbers are like Oompa Gloompas. They are all so like the 2 of them, as they're going, are singing a song about what they're doing, and it's passing back, and they're all getting like the information as they go and becoming slightly more depressed.
Are they all singing this song?
Oh yeah. It's passing back as they go. So like the first 2 start singing it, and then they start.
Oh, it's like
realizing,
a round.
Yeah, it's a round.
Pretend. Yeah.
Okay, so like low-key, that's the most horrifying song I've ever imagined. It's just like quietly in like a funeral dirge, 32 people singing in a minor key. What the fuck?
Are there choreographed dances?
Not choreographed, but they're really good at following each other. Is the thing.
Okay, all right. So,
I'm just picturing like a Seven Dwarves situation now.
Except
like
there's 32 of them.
The whistle while you work only it's 32 of them, and they're not whistling while they work. They're oompa gloompaing while they dig.
Near this hollow, where 32 Oompa Gloompas are digging up corpses, there is a mausoleum of a family in shambles. The windows have been cracked and broken and have long since rotted through the timbers. The inside tombs are scattered with dead leaves and dead flowers, bits of plants that have grown and sprouted and withered and rotted. And there are 3 people in that tomb who are squabbling over the 3 sort of like graves that are raised up from the floor. Tess, what are those 3 fighting about?
Wait, there's 3 in the mausoleum. They're part of the 32.
They're part of the 32. I think they were lucky enough to get like a private booth. Maybe they were the first 3 in, and they got one of the good spots. They don't have to dig outside. They get to squabble over their tombs on the inside, away from the elements.
Right. Okay.
This is like the Coachella tent of grave robbing.
They all slept with each other's moms. And they just found out now. It came up because one of them made your mom joke. I don't know. They're like, one of them made your mom joke. It's like, how did you know about that?
It's super easy. They were digging through the graves. They saw a necklace, and they're like, "Yo, that necklace is the same one that this girl I fucked last night had."
My mom
has that necklace.
Okay.
I'm so glad you went with a necklace and not like, look at those hips. It reminds me of someone. Your mom.
Enter Shakira, hips don't lie.
Look at that bone structure. You can see it so clearly without all the face in the way.
All right. So I think these 3 tomb raiders start fighting about the fact that they've all had sex with each other's moms and they don't love it. And things get physical. They come to blows. And I think actually outside as well. Shut up, Bessie. Are you fucking kidding me?
We're all just like, do they know
They got physical.
When it comes to blows, eh?
How physical?
So anyway, these 3 grave robbers are blowing each other in this tomb.
So
this is the weirdest start to a porn ever.
Is it though?
And then
oh my god,
they start hitting each other and like start scuffling. And I think outside the Oompa Gloompas stop digging and everybody starts fighting over the fact that there aren't enough graves to go around and somebody's gonna have to fuck the grass. And then they all fight, and then I think there's like a scatter of light and an imperious voice breaking over a hillside that says like essentially, "Who goes there?" And everybody fucking scatters to the winds. They all break up and run. People are dashing pell-mell through the gravestones and darting around mausoleums, throwing themselves out of the broken windows. And in the chaos, in the scramble, there is a high-pitched metallic clang. And then we're going to cut to black.
Very ominous.
It's true. I just now realized that I didn't do a what's going on, everybody bit. So we're going to do that right now. I forgot.
It's like, no, it's like when there's like a cool ominous scene before the intro of a show.
Oh, we can do that. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that
wait, shit, we already have a normal intro though. Damn it.
We've got a cold open and then a warm open. And then we
a lukewarm open.
A flesh temperature open.
We put the open in the microwave and then stirred it a bit and put it back in the microwave.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your comedy Dungeons and Dragons real play podcast, Critically Stupid. I am your host and dungeon master, Alexander James, and I'm sorry for how this episode has gone so far. My favorite part of last episode was easily Garath saying, "Rainier, I've never been in your house or stolen any of your stuff ever before," and then looping a cup with the sword he stole from Rainier's house and handing it to him. Dianna, why don't you go next?
Hi, my name is Dianna. I play Mel. I also have the wolf pup, Josh Pat, JPZ. My favorite part of last episode was pup prints.
I mean, I came up with it on the drop, and like your face fully fell off. Like you thought it was great.
It's so cute. I'm gonna go liberate pup prints.
I believe that's called theft, because pup prints has an owner.
Yeah, like a subpar owner.
It's not theft, it's a rescue.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey everybody, welcome to Critically Stupid. You should steal dogs.
Who's going next, Bessie?
Garion.
Hello everybody, my name is the ghost of William Shakespeare and I play Garath. And my favorite part about last episode was when confronted with the threat of detection, Garath's first response is to hide inside of a suit of armor. And he dives into it, similar to Scrooge McDuck diving into a pile of coins.
And then you proceeded to stay in the suit. I think you just liked it a lot, and you stayed in it
I
the
kept
whole
it.
episode.
Gareth kept the suit. It's in his room. Arnold, please, my friend.
All right. Hi, I'm Anthony. I play Arnold the Bard. My favorite part of last episode was when we Scooby-Dooed through, essentially Scooby-Dooing through this house. How did that happen? And also the fact that Garion kept the armor was hilarious to me. That whole section was amazing.
Our lovely Jess was not with us last episode, but Jess, give us a highlight from your long weekend.
Hi everyone.
Safe for a family show.
Tess. My favorite part of last episode was that Tess stayed home with explosive sadness. And last weekend I went to my friend's birthday party, which was a murder mystery, Shrek themed murder mystery party, and it was amazing. And I was all three little pigs.
Yeah, that's
it was a dragon.
Ooh, that tracks.
The one who fucked Donkey?
Yeah.
That's the consent scenario in that particular subplot really does concern me.
There's no way Donkey did, right? There's no way
he definitely fucked the dragon.
Children. They were.
They have children. They have donkey dragon babies.
Yeah, but he was literally shouting no.
Yeah, but it's
not great. It's not great on paper.
But it was 2003, so it was cool.
Oh, I don't think we watched the same movie.
Also, I want to address the term explosive sadness. That's when you shoot yourself in the head, right?
Yeah.
Welcome back to Critically Stupid, where we love suicidal ideation. Tess, really quick, or Jess, are you fine with that? I sort of asked you about your weekend. If you would like to scrub it and not do anything personal for the show, we can also do something else.
That's fine. I don't think that gave very much away unless everyone knows every other person's birthday.
Everybody's tracking the Shrek-themed birthday parties in the country.
Enhance.
I'm in a different country, so
if we cross-reference these birthdays with these Shrek-themed murder mysteries,
going through the rental agencies.
I'm sorry. If you have a Shrek-themed birthday, I'm sorry that I spoiled that the dragon did it. But the dragon did it. Honestly, I thought I did it, and as one of the pigs, and I was really stressed out. I thought it was me the whole time, but it wasn't me.
Amazing.
Don't you hate when that happens when you're trying to investigate a murder and you're like, damn, it might be me.
Yo, is it me?
Yeah, because they made it so that no one knew who did it. And you did it. So then I was like, oh my god, I'm sounding really suspicious right now.
All right, we should start the episode
when you're just like, minutes. Am I the baddie?
The whole time.
Yeah, you are the baddie, Diana.
Am I the drama?
All right, so we are going to open with the squeaky hinges of the City of the Dead gates squeaking open. When you left Elle, aka the priestess from the Waterdeep Harbor, she told you that the Stone of Galore was in the City of the Dead. She had somehow gotten it from the Nimblewright, who is currently at the bottom of Waterdeep Harbor with chomp marks in him, and had sent it to the City of the Dead. Garath, how did Elle get in touch with you to let you know where in the City of the Dead you're looking, and how specific was she?
So there were 2 letters sent to Troll Skull. The first one was just a regular handwritten letter directing us where to go, what was happening, and why we were going there. Okay. The second letter was sent in a week after, and it said, or actually it didn't say anything. It was a hand-drawn map of the city with red circles and arrows pointing to the City of the Dead. And then on the back of it, it said, and he knows this because he gave it to Arnold, "Attention Troll Skull staff, apologies for first note, forgot Garath couldn't read."
Okay. So you guys have a pretty good idea of where you're going to look for this stone in the City of the Dead. How do you go about it? Obviously, you've been in the City of the Dead before when you discovered Clarence, and that was Marie's guest episode, aka Sabine from Two Monsters Rolling Dice. She's amazing. How would you enter this graveyard a second time, knowing how the first one went?
I personally, I would. Is there any way to like
I don't know. Arnold, you got ghost detection?
No ghost detection. I do. Are we, sorry. So we're looking for the key, right? Or we're looking for the stone.
The stone, correct.
The stone. The stone.
Hey, can I rephrase my earlier
I
question?
can detect the dead things.
Yeah,
if you recall.
I saw Mel like do
Yeah.
this. I'm like, can anybody
Yeah.
detect ghosts?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was me that ruined it. I feel I made it better, but
Of
you
course,
know,
always.
ruined it the first time because I suddenly remembered that I had the
Ruined it.
spell where I could do the thing.
My soul fled from my body for like a solid 5 seconds. You were like, "Hey, what's this spell that ruins your plot sort of beginning to end?" And I was like, "Oh, cool."
That was amazing.
But do we need it right this present moment?
Planning. Am I missing something? Or are we literally in the planning phases of how we're gonna go?
We're
You're in the
planning.
planning.
About this.
Yeah. You're standing.
My
in
idea is
front
that
of
we dress up as ghosts. I want to wear a sheet.
We put sheets over our head with
Yeah, we're like, we're
pointy
ghosts.
hats.
So we're
Well, I don't
Scooby-Dooing
like
it
that.
again.
No.
You've
I'm
made a
not.
crucial misstep there.
I'm just
No.
rubbing my stomach and singing the Baby Back Ribs song as I'm walking through there, just in case. I'm just like, who knows if there's another cannibal in here? So I'm on my baby back. But, so,
It's offensive.
We have little bits of Tupperware filled with dead human in case there are any cannibals. Like, hey, don't eat us. We brought snacks.
Where did you get the little Tupperware of dead human?
Don't ask questions.
I'm the dungeon master. Where did you get the Tupperware of dead human? Bitch.
I was gonna make a joke, but it was low key fucked up.
I mean, we're here now.
Remember those? What was that? What was it? Dustin Ego?
Oh no.
Yeah. Nah, you can't kill Dustin. I like Dustin too much.
Now you see the exact thought process I
You
had.
can kill his shitty little friend.
Yeah. What's his
Evan-
friend's
Evan
name? I don't even
Stokesworth?
remember his name.
Just
Yeah.
says Evan on the Tupperware.
Yeah. But it's like
It's a little picture of him.
it's like labeled too, like breast, thigh, wing.
Wing.
Drawings of a
Alright,
leg.
yeah, wing, like your lats. So we know where in the City of the Dead that it is, right? It's not
Roughly.
Just go there and
I
find
don't
out.
think you're as familiar with the City of the Dead as maybe you're about to be, but you have a map that has like the big highlights pointed out.
All right. I mean, I
Is there
think
anybody
personally
around?
The gates are currently unguarded and they swung in unlocked.
What
Which
time
I'm
of
gonna be
day
real.
did you
Somebody,
say it
I mean,
was?
I'm sorry, Bestie.
What time of day is it?
I was assuming nighttime. Do you want to break into the City of the Dead during the day?
Well, that's why I was asking. I was checking. I didn't.
I think Garath, just out of like thiefly habits, would want to go at night, but also going during the day would be like they'll never expect that. So he could be easily convinced.
I mean, that's true.
That's
If you
live
look
like
confident
daytime.
enough and like with a clipboard, nobody questions.
All right, so it's the middle of the day on a beautiful spring morning. The birds are chirping. There's nary a cloud in the sky, and the gate
All
to
of
the
us have allergies. We're just
the
sneezing.
pollen count is ridiculous. Guys are like,
Troll Skull is actually closed due to pollen.
wow, you just straight up closed a pollen count.
Well, yeah, it's because I don't want to make assertions about anybody's living space, but there's no way that Tess doesn't have like trees in her room, right? Like foliage.
Yeah, it's constant hay fever in there. Like literally hay fever.
Okay, you start walking through the City of the Dead, and it is sort of living up to its name in the daytime when you can see all the details and you're not sneaking in low key to steal corpses this time. There are actual pathways paved through these hills. I mean, again, it's a large section of the city, sort of rolling in these lower and higher hills with little valleys in between them. And there are paths both cobbled and just trodden into the dirt as people have woven their way up the hills to like that particular tree with a series of graves next to it, or that mausoleum that wasn't in a convenient one of these cobbled paths. But you follow these paths and you start to see like helpful signs on the corners showing like, and they've got like cutesy names, you know, they've got like Tibera path that way and Ulna path this way. They're all named after bones. so that it makes it seem like the city of the dead has a roadway of like
What was the
bones.
first path?
It
Yeah.
Tibia.
Tibia. It
Tibia?
was tibia.
Tella.
Is that what you said though?
Yep, you can check the tape. Anyway, as you move past these streets, I think a cloud passes over the sky, and it gets a little chilly for a second. As like a cold breeze rolls over these graves, and Garath, you hear a voice come over your left shoulder that says, "What are you doing here?" And you turn to see an ancient man in chainmail holding a broadsword fully up to his shoulders. He has to hold it in front of himself like with two hands. He's got a drooping white mustache that hangs off of his chin, and his hair is like flat white and like pressed down on his scalp, and he's staring at you with burning green eyes.
So I think Garath will stall while he opens his character sheet. Okay, so Garath is going to look at him and size up his armor, and then he's going to give a little bow and go, "Well met, Sir Knight." Or sorry, let me do that with my character voice.
Please.
"Well met, Sir Knight."
Well, yeah, somebody here is raised with manners. It's nice to see. It's a nice change of pace. What are you doing here?
We are simply passing through. We did not know this was claimed by any great empire or kingdom. We are simply seeking a key. I'm not sure if you've seen one lying around. That is what we're looking for, right?
We're looking for the Stone of Glory.
Fuck. We're looking for a particular stone. I'm not sure if you've seen or heard of it lying around.
There are lots of rocks in the graveyard. You can find them anywhere.
Is a great point. I should have rethought my phrasing.
Excuse me, miss. We here with the overalls. Could you step off the grass, please?
But it's soft and I like it.
Yes, but you're disturbing the ground. It's hollow ground. You're disturbing the rest of the denizens underneath you. If you will walk on the path, I will
walk up the path. I'm sorry.
My name.
She keeps one foot on the grass, just out of rebellion.
Just like one heel, just like a little.
like a pinky toe.
Yeah.
But please don't kill her.
This is sacred ground. These people have earned their slumber, and I will not have the likes of you, disrespectful coverall wearing creep, disturbing their rest.
I don't like that at all.
If I could,
Earned it. All they had to do was die. That's arguably not
I can do that
hard.
at any point in time.
That's what I'm saying.
I try to do that
People
for
guys
keep
might be doing
stopping
that
me, but the
shortly.
point is,
It's harder to be
earned
alive.
it.
They took the easy way out.
Like
I think-
earned the right to be walking here. They just fucking died.
I think at this point in the conversation, Garath gives up on them and just leaves. I tried to be diplomatic here.
Honestly, I mean, I'm not 100% sure if that was Mel being very incredulous, or if that was just me being very incredulous.
All they had to do was die. Episode title.
Maybe I was a little jealous. I don't know, but I'm just saying, earn their.
Garath, I think as you walk away, the cold spring breeze rattles a couple of late season dead leaves past your feet, and carried on this breeze, this old man's voice floats back to you and says, "You beware and you keep your stead. The grounds of the dead do not disturb easily."
I really thought that was gonna rhyme.
Listen,
dead, right?
Also,
I know.
if they don't disturb easily, does that mean I can walk on the grass?
Doesn't that mean we're good? Let's just all right.
We're fine.
Let's go.
Stay off the
Is there
grass.
heavy sleepers?
He turns and he sort of trods off down one of the cobbled paths, clanking as he goes.
I think Garath will look to the group and be like, "Okay, I know it's hard, but let's just walk on the path and not anger any ghosts. We can totally just get the stone and leave quietly without even seeing another person alive or dead."
So, Arnold, who has not seen a ghost but has only experienced them in the house, is just like, so you're saying that if we step on the grass, there's a chance we might see a ghost?
I'm saying if you step on the grass, there's a chance I'll cut your foot off.
It's unlikely during the day. And
saying
I'll cut your foot off anytime I please.
I might have a phantom limb. I will.
Oh, so one way or another, there's going to be a ghost involved. It's a ghost limb.
Ghost foot.
Ghost foot. This is my favorite childhood story, Ghost foot. Okay, walking down this path, Garath, I think you're leading. You've got the map. You're following the drawn out instructions, and you come to a section of the City of the Dead that's like a hollow between two low hills. And the first thing you notice is it's a little banged up. A couple of the graves nearby are some semi-disturbed. There's a shovel in one of them, almost like it was like started to be dug up and then stopped. And several of the tombs, the sort of family mausoleums around, I think it's like a cul-de-sac at the end of this path, have doors swinging gently in this cold breeze that has started to blow through the graveyard.
Okay. How loose is the dirt around where the shovel was, like where they were digging?
Pretty loose. It's only in like a 3-foot section. It's not like a full grave, but the at least the topmost layer of soil has definitely been overturned.
Would I be able to tell how recently this was by like any environmental clues?
Yeah, give me a investigation or nature. I'll let you make the call.
I feel like the ranger might be able to tell.
The druid also might be able to throw down here if you guys want to get a hand.
Well, it was my idea.
I was just offering to help.
Okay, it's okay. I'll roll for it using my brand spanking new Libris Arcana Blood Moon dice.
Huge.
They are really pretty.
Yeah, no, I was recording an ad with Alex, and he was like, "Yeah, our discount code isn't just for submissions. You can use it at regular checkout." I was like, "Oh shit, really?" Okay, anyway, I'm doing investigation.
Cap
is 18.
18. The soil looks fairly wet, and it rained last night.
Okay. So it could have been any time before last night, which is
Right, the soil would have been wet either way if it rained last night.
Well, no, that's what
water.
All right. Anyway.
Hey, listen. Sometimes it's just dirt. Like, a good investigation roll doesn't yield things that aren't there. It's dirt.
All right. I take out my fingerprint kit.
You got like a junior detective shellfish agency.
Yeah, exactly. I have like a little plastic magnifying glass.
Nice.
Wait, where's Josh? Where's Josh P? Does he smell something?
Josh Peasy is following Mel, obviously. He's happy to be there. I think he's clicking happily through the pathways. He loves going out. I think, and Mel, obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the pathway past the City of the Dead might be on y'all's like normal everyday walk. So he probably thought it was like a normal day out, and then you guys went through the gate, and he's kind of excited, like, "Ooh, this is a new walk." So
yeah, because he never gets to go through the gate. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's all about
What's
this.
the pee on?
Plus, he kind of likes that the knight had glowy green eyes like he does.
Speaking of the gate, did we have any trouble getting into the cemetery?
You know what's curious, Garath? Not even a little bit. Not a guard, not a friendly tour guide.
I figured the flash mob probably left it open.
Can I go back? Can I go back to the gate and see if it's been like? I don't know if I would even be able to tell if it's been lockpicked.
Sure. It's not too far to backtrack to, so make a quick stealth check, I think.
That's my favorite check to make. That and sleight of hand, that's my highest modifier.
Nice blanket, Diana. That looks cozy as hell.
I'm cold.
Holy shit. 24.
The lock on this gate, the key mechanism is unscratched. I think that's the first thing that a rogue would look for is an amateur would scratch the lock as they maneuvered the pieces of lock around it. And I think Garath, as you're bending down, you're really like detailed on this key mechanism. And then Arnold right behind you kind of points at the giant missing piece of bar next to it where a sledgehammer has knocked out the other side of the lock mechanism and says, like, is it maybe that? And it turns out that somebody has beat the hell out of this gate to open it.
Shh, Arnold, I'm trying to focus on this lock. Somebody might have tried to pick their way in. Don't distract me.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I just like noticed this art instruction, like installation here.
It's like that TikTok where somebody picks up a piece of their car on the side. It was like, oh, now we can fix the car. And then they pan over and their car's like a smoking wreck on the sidewalk.
Mouth.
Alex, would Tess be able to smell anything interesting?
Tess, you smell, I mean, obviously the slightly sour tang of the dead. You smell the cold air creeping in.
You've never smelled a dead person in your life, have you?
Me?
I don't make a habit of it.
Like a sour tang? I've never heard it described that way ever.
Okay, what do you think a dead person smells like, Diana?
I mean, I've been around dead people.
Then let's get your description.
It depends on when they died, to be fair.
I'm saying this accusingly, but I'm kind of genuinely curious.
Welcome to Critically Stupid's Medical Hour, where Diana just talks about non-fictional medical facts.
Well, you don't like it when I look up non-fictional cow facts either.
That's true. I don't.
I think we should start talking about fictional medical facts. Did you know that you can turn your leg inside out?
COVID's a hoax.
Did you know that pee is stored inside the balls?
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah.
That's why they're wet, right? All the time.
Some people can turn their legs around if they have a joint thing.
No, I didn't say around. I said inside out.
You did say inside out.
What does that even mean? Like
anyway,
just push it in?
Yeah, back to what the fuck we were doing.
Jess.
Like
smells.
You smell a fight. You smell blood and iron and anger.
Can she like follow the scent? Like just go full like bloodhound and like try to figure out where it's coming from?
Yeah, I think you and Josh Pat both take a lead on it because Josh Pat is obviously, I think you're both friendly, so he'll kind of go where you go, and you're both sniffing, trying to get that good smell. And it leads into this hollow. There are several of these like bone-themed pathways branching off. But following Gareth's map, he doubled back to go look at the door. But you are now walking into this hollow proper, and this whole hollow smells like this fight.
I think I would probably just like go back like, hey guys, I think there is a fight over here. It smells like our iron and like rumpies and just people being real piss babies. So I think there's something up.
Can Arnold walk over there and just pretend that he knows what happens, like Humperdinch
like,
from Princess
Bride? Judging by the direction of the airflow, it's obvious that
like,
it was a firefight. No, okay, but can I ask a question though? As far as the City of the Dead, how big? Like, what's the perimeter like? Like, how large is this place that we're in?
The City of the Dead?
Kilometers, please.
You said we walked through it, right? You've said like we walked past it and through it, and
yeah. So it is a sizable section of the city. I think it's like.
How many acres is it? Is that
an agreeable? I want kilometers square.
I gotta Google how many acres.
I was trying to.
Well, is it kind of like Central Park vibe where it's like a decent chunk that you can like see from the air, or
yes?
Like,
okay. So it is about 4 to 5 square kilometers.
Can I get that in miles?
I'm gonna fucking kill you. It is
equal units.
To your point, Gareth, it is sizable. Like you can see it from the highest points of the city. It is a mass of rolling hills and graves visible from almost all points.
So you definitely could not see one end from standing at the other.
I don't think so. No. Very easy to get lost in the City of the Dead of Waterdeep.
And too big to cover all of it in whatever radius that spell you're looking at is, Arnold.
That's exactly right.
But I was wondering. Okay.
What were you trying to do, Arnold?
Well, I'm just wondering because I have the locate object spell, so I could try to cast that and locate the stone But if it's not within 1,000 feet, it's not going to do anything, and I don't want to really waste my spell if it's not within 1,000 feet.
Let's do this, Arnold. I think you're maybe holding the actual proper letter that was written ahead of the scratch-written diagram sent specially for Garath. In the letter, I think maybe tucked into a paragraph that you might not read too thoroughly the first time, is a family name.
Ooh, okay.
And looking up, you see that one of these leaning, cracked, decrepit mausoleums has the same family name over the door.
Is it the same one that people were digging at?
No, that one's just off to the left. Very close, still in this hollow, but the actual mausoleum is it just has like an open door swinging in this cold breeze.
So if I look at the letter, like what does the name say?
The name says Lafayette.
Lafayette. Okay, so I look at everyone
from Hamilton. Got Hamilton.
So I look at everyone and I'm like, I have a feeling. I just have a hunch.
You like tuck it in your pocket really quick?
Yeah, just like I'm hiding it in my coat. I have this hunch. I know you guys don't trust me. Like I've been working on my sleuthing. I've been working on my stealth and all of this. I'm going to become a spy, and I have to follow my instincts. And I believe if we go to the Lafayette doorway, we will find what we need.
I really wanted you to do like a Hamilton rap of that whole thing. Like I don't know, it just would have made me happy.
I'm sorry. How dare you?
Apparently, Anthony and I are both disappointments to Diana's song quest.
Well, we can't make Diana happy. That's her whole shtick.
It's true.
It is impossible. It's just that like it'd be nice if people tried sometimes. That's all.
But then you wouldn't have a shtick.
I'd still be sad, but I'd be a little less sad.
That's important. What are we doing?
We're going through the door, the one marked Lafayette. We have to go there. We cannot quit. We have to go forward. Cannot give up. We have to go over there because we have to fill our cup with happiness sometimes.
Let's go, Anthony.
Thank you.
Not ironically clapping because that was dope as hell. And I watched you do it on the fly, which is super impressive.
And I appreciate it.
All right. Arnold, walking through this door, you are in a small, cramped, very old family mausoleum. The graves are raised from the floor on pedestals and tucked into alcoves along the far wall. The windows are shattered, and what little jagged pieces of glass are left are browned over and dusted with age. There are dead plants and leaf fragments sort of like in every corner, sort of like sloped up like snow slopes. And give me an investigation check, please.
Ooh, fuck yeah.
I hate to be a bummer, but can I get a second just to fix my light because it's fucked up?
Yeah. Do we want to take a pee break real quick? Because we're about halfway.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right, let's take a pee break. Garion, fix your lights and we'll come back. Bessie, make sure you have a dope monologue for me.
Fuck you, Alex, you piece of shit. I hate you, stupid bitch. What a...
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Alexander James, your host and dungeon master of this show, Critically Stupid. This is a mid-roll, in case you were confused as to what's happening. Calm down. It's fine. We're just going to talk about some cool stuff really quick. First of all, thank you so much for being here. I'm sincerely glad you stuck with us through the halfway point. I know the temptation is sort of like yeet out of there after about 20 minutes, so you stuck in there, and I'm proud of you for it. We are, as always, playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist, an official Dungeons & Dragons licensed module written by Chris Perkins, Scott Fitzgerald-Gray, Kim Mohan, and Michelle Carter. If you or any of your children, your youths, your street squabblers, your marketplace murdering, mayhem, mischievous muck ducks would like to get into D&D, I highly recommend you go to dnd.wizards.com. Check out all the cool stuff they've got there for you. They've got campaigns to take you from level 0 to level 20. They've got one-shots for you and your buds to get into if you've just got a spare night and you want to get into something a little wild. They've got a lot of really cool stuff there, but not dice. If you want cool dice, you go to LibrisArcana.com. If you would like to end up as a character on our show, you can tweet us or hit us up on TikTok. Let us know what you thought of the most recent episode. Let us know if you think we're doing a good job. Let us know if there's something you think we could do to improve the show. We're always on the lookout to level up and make ourselves better. So if you notice something and you're like, wow, I think that this one change that they do could really improve my listening of it, tweet at us, hit us up, let us know what you think, and you might end up as a character in the show. Remember, anything that you do in the show is my fault, not yours. You are a likeness in name only, just like that message they put up in movies before the actual play the things. Like any similarities are a matter of consequence. You are guiltless, I'm sure. Last episode, we had a fabulous guest with us, the lovely Azra, who hung out and played in the space with us. Her character's name was Azd. I think it was actually a out of callback to the legendary Dritz Warden. She apparently was a big fan, but she was so generous with her time. We absolutely loved having her, and hopefully we can have her back again. Her handle on social media is AzzyPants. I'm going to put that up on the screen for anybody interested in following her. I highly recommend you do. She's most active on TikTok and Twitter, so go check her out. She's a very funny lady. We are, as always, I feel like these words are going to tumble out of my bones when I die, doing that big YouTube subscription push. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. It would mean everything to us if you would subscribe to our channel, if you would recommend the channel to a friend. We don't have the money or the time to promote ourselves the way that the show deserves, so we do truly rely on you, the listener, to help us out. So if you haven't yet, I would deeply appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button, if you could like the video, if you could tell a friend about us who you think might like our stuff. If you know somebody who's into D&D or looking to get into D&D, we do really well with people trying to learn how to play or who want to play but don't know how. Neither did Dianna before she started. Neither did Jess before she started. So we are really excited to help people learn how to play D&D while listening to our story and our dumb jokes. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for recommending us to a friend. And you take it squeezy out there. And I do love you. All right. Bye. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another delightful sponsored post by Libris Arcana, maker of fine dice and D&D accessories. I am here to tell you about the most recent drop by Libris Arcana. This is for June, so by the time you're hearing this, these dice are going to be so accessible to you. This is the Pride Month dice. I'm going to hold them up to the camera. They are purple and clear with like little pink freckles in them. They're actually like delightful to look at. They're easy to read, easy to roll. They feel great. And they're also just like available on a subscription service. You can go to LibrisArcana.com, use our exclusive discount code STUPID20 for 20% off anything you want site-wide. You can go for the subscription dice service where you sign up for the monthly new set every month, or you can just do it as for a one-time thing. If you're like, wow, I really like those Pride dice, I can grab one of those, cancel your subscription. There's no problems. There's no fuss. You don't have to talk to an actual person, honest to God. And you can just cancel your subscription and just go on your way with your dice. Now, I will say, I did give Garion a sneak peek at next month's dice set. So, Garion, can you give us like a little taste without revealing anything untoward?
Dude, I'm fucking buying those. I know I'm like ripping your steves or whatever, cause like, yeah, I'm just chilling at my desk and I get a FaceTime and Alex is like, "Yo, check this shit out," and then he shows me these dice. And I felt like a fucking a cartoon character from the 40s when they see an attractive woman. Like steam blew out of my ears, my eyes popped out of my head. Awooga!
I'm looking at them right now, and like every new month's dice set from Libris Arcana are just like cool in general, but these ones, like August has something super special. And speaking of special, I would love Dianna to tell me about a time that Libris Arcana dice made a special moment for you. When did you feel made special by your Libris Arcana dice?
I will tell you about a time where I didn't feel special, which is when I learned that you showed Garion the new dice, but not me.
It's actually not what I asked, Bessie. I asked.
It also broke my heart. I feel like I rolled a nat one on.
Right,
Like,
I do feel
because
like
of
I
what you
rolled a
just
nat
said
one.
before, like,
I feel like I was using my not Libris Arcana dice, and I rolled a 1 on the friendometer. And
yeah, well, everybody knows that Alex likes me the best. That's how I got on the show with less than 200 followers on Twitter.
You know who's got more than 200 followers on Twitter is Libris Arcana, and you can follow them at Libris Arcana on Twitter. Check out all of their new and amazing dice sets.
that Anthony and I know nothing about.
We know nothing about. I can't wait to see it. I'm gonna buy them.
I know,
You
like
should
I'm
too.
pumped. Like
In
I wonder
fact,
what it looks like. It sounds so beautiful.
You
We'll find
guys,
out
you
together.
all buy the dice and then show Diana and I because we're dying to see these dice that just Alex refuses to share with us.
LibrisArcana.com and our exclusive discount code STUPID20 for the dice set that I am saving for you, the viewer, and I am withholding from Diana and Anthony. Libris Arcana, dice for life. Also, I'm sorry. All right. Arnold, can you do that investigation check?
I got it. 19.
19. Okay. Several of these tombs are disturbed. The lids of them are pushed sort of like away from their bases, and you can see the shadowy depths of the inner graves. Ooh.
Okay. There are shadowy depths of inner graves over here, guys. It's crazy. That's
Garath goes.
I think Tess would want to figure out what it smells like in there, so I feel like she'd follow him in. What does it smell like in here?
Like.
What does the shadowy depth smell like?
You go in nose first, and you stick your nose right into one of these tombs, and you get a double nostril barrel full of dead body.
Oof.
But
Diana, what does it smell like?
Not a sour tang.
There's a sour tang of dead body. But Tess, what you notice with your full fucking face stuck into this grave is that it's only about half a body.
Which half?
This person only was born with half a body.
And died with only half a body.
He died with half a body.
I think his
other half is buried somewhere else.
The skull and one of the arms is missing.
Is it like long way?
It's long ways. Like somebody took a Black & Decker drill or saw to half of his body.
Or every single bone is just half of it is missing. Every single one.
But Tess, as you walk up to this tomb, you hear a high-pitched clanging. And you look down, and on the floor of this tomb is a iron key.
Ah, nice.
Shit. Guys, I found a key.
Nice.
I think I'd pick it up.
No. Fuck.
Oh, is that bad? Bad, sorry. I picked it up. Barehanded.
Always put on gloves, man.
I don't wear gloves.
No, nothing crazy happens. No ghosts explode out of anywhere. It is an iron key. The toothy part of it is very intricate and actually carved to look like human teeth. There are runes inscribed along the blade of the key, and then the handle is a set of like it's hard to describe, but it's a set of like fans.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say bones. I'm like, holy shit, is it a skeleton key?
Like ceiling fan blades.
You know.
Can I read the runes?
I'm sorry. Skeleton key got me.
Skeleton key is quite good. You
Also,
cannot read the runes, Tess.
Guys, I can't read these runes.
Oh, here.
Somebody come read these runes, guys.
I got you. Don't worry. I'll give it a go.
This one looks like a triangle.
I can really picture Garath like we get a new shipment of menus at Troll Skull. Just like, I can't read these runes. It just says menu.
It just says chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Beer.
What do the agent texts say?
I'm adding new Garath lore. The one word he can read and write is beer.
All right, fair enough.
Can we look around? Like, can I look around and see if there's anything similar to what's on the key around the room?
Yes, there is not.
There's not.
I look for a lock that the key might go to.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I 100% thought you were going to be like, sure. There was not.
Go ahead and roll it.
All right. With my brain smacking new Libus Arcana dice, that failed me. 4. I'm getting a new one.
There ain't one.
All right, Blood Moon, you're out. Shillelagh, it's your time to shine.
Bestie.
Yo.
What are you and Josh Pad up to right now?
Probably being a little bit naturally more cautious and having had some dude circa medieval ages. Fantasy
I guess 1 second. I
medieval
don't think my
ages.
computer.
Diana, if you die
Explosive
before
sadness.
me, if Diana dies before me, I'm gonna go to wherever she's buried and be like, you don't deserve this rest. All you did was die.
It would be like, you ruined your shtick.
Knock,
Right.
knocking on
You're
Finally
supposed to want to
fulfilled
die,
it.
not actually die.
You could actually just come to my house because I shall be haunting here, is
Oh
previously
yeah, you know what? I did
established.
forget that.
Yeah.
And I will be a very depressed ghost.
Could you imagine like a horror movie where like they move into a haunted house, but at some point someone's like, yeah, my friend is haunting here actually. Can I like leave a message or
Can I come chill with my ghost buddy? All right, Bessie, what are we doing?
I think that where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so some dude circa King Arthur times probably be hanging more toward like the door of
Okay.
the place, sort of looking out and in type deal.
Okay. Are you inside or outside?
Kind of like standing in the doorway.
Okay.
They can't decide whether or not the ones go in or out of the room.
Yeah, same. Honestly.
classic Cats? That's a sick Cats reference. The musical.
No, the movie.
No.
Taylor Swift, the cat.
Bestie, I think you see. Actually, no. You hear a twig snap around the back of the mausoleum that your party is currently inside.
Is she the only one who hears it?
For now,
Anyone
yes.
else has
Okay.
ears?
I think
Well, we're
everybody
a
else
bit-
is everybody else is
busy.
trying desperately to read Tess's cool runes.
I don't think Garath is trying that hard.
Tess is trying to like
Alright.
sound it out as if she knows it. She's like, this is a.
Just like making it
Squiggly
sound.
square.
Oh, I'm pretty sure this triangle is pronounced.
This one's just one long sad sigh, I think.
What does that sound like, Jess?
Nailed it.
No.
No notes. Diana.
How far away does it sound?
Behind the mausoleum is not far. It's maybe 15 feet. It's not terribly deep.
Just
this mausoleum.
one twig snap?
Yeah.
What's JP doing?
JP is alert. He's got both of his ears are up, and he's sniffing the air.
I don't know if it's jumping the gun, but it might be a little bit. However, we're in a graveyard, and that's weird. And Josh Pett seems uncomfortable. So I would probably at least pull out the bow and then say something loud enough so that everybody else could hear me too, and kind of pick up on the fact that there's somebody else out here.
What would you say?
I'm trying to figure that out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of high right now. I think that there might have been signs like me.
Say something like that's like
do,
really
like, a
clearly.
Hamilton thing.
There might have been signs like you smacking the shit out of your vape earlier, like you could push the smoke out the top.
No, it's clogged, and I lack the
it happens.
capacity to unclog it, but I brought it back on.
Yeah, I was thinking, what if Mouse just said something just like that would be very alarming to us, but no one else? She's like, guys, I'm really happy today. And we're like, what?
Guys, I just want to let you know I'm having a great day.
That's how you guys all know
we,
that
like,
something
phrase, we're like, what the
horrible is
fuck?
about to happen.
Yeah.
Like, what a beautiful day out. Oh God.
Oh my
What
god.
the fuck? What the fuck?
Right? I think I'd probably say, come around the corner really slow.
Okay.
Garath puts his hand up and comes around.
Mel, stepping deliberately around the corner of this mausoleum, a broad-shouldered, squat figure with navy blue-gray skin and brilliant white hair and braided beard walks out from behind the mausoleum and casually hefts the largest warhammer you've ever seen onto one shoulder.
Cool.
And he just smiles at you very charmingly.
I think Garath. Does Garath see this person?
I don't think so, Garath, because you're inside.
Wasn't Mel also inside? And
Mel was in the doorway.
I was in a doorway, and I said something loud enough in the hopes of catching everybody's attention. Like I wouldn't.
Okay,
just...
well, so I may not see him, but I know somebody is there.
You definitely can tell by body language that she is staring around the corner of this mausoleum.
Garath is just gonna throw in like, "Hey, don't know the situation, don't know what's going on, but if anybody's thinking about fighting anybody else, do it outside the graveyard so we don't bother any ghosts because it's too much hassle. Please."
Mel, there's a scraping sound above you. I think you're standing just on the other side of the doorway, just outside now. And you look up, and there is another broad-shouldered, blue-skinned, white-haired figure holding two grappling hooks with mean curved blades on either end of the rope, gently pinging them against the rock roof of this mausoleum. And he is also grinning at you.
Oh, is that metal clanging sound?
And the pièce de résistance. Harkening all the way back from season 2, episode 3. You hear a nasally Dorkian voice pitch up from one side of this cul-de-sac and say, "Well, I never thought I'd see you all here again. This is pretty uncomfortable. I thought you were dead." And you turn to see Haviland, the half-elf from the Xanathar Guild that you teleported onto Davil Starsong's ship with many, many, many episodes ago.
So
please tell me Davil's here too.
I haven't met him, right? Only Arnold and Mel were teleported there. Jess wasn't here yet.
Jess wasn't here yet.
Yeah,
Arnold and Mel teleported with him. If you just to give you a brief refresher, Haviland was teleported with the book, the teleporty book that you guys were with, and he convinced Arnold to hand him the book to get them out of there, and then he teleported himself out of there, which led to you guys meeting Davil Starsong, and then eventually later in that episode, Dianna and I yelling at each other for a full 7.5 runtime minutes about how much a drunk ranger can carry while swimming.
Good times. I think I would probably respond, no such luck. What brings you here?
I'm here to change that luck. Get 'em, boys. We're gonna roll initiative.
Garath just goes, "What the fuck did I just say?"
He doesn't give a shit. Dianna, you're gonna go first, and Anthony, you're gonna be up. So, Dianna, this mage, this half elf, he's wearing like mage robes, but they're a little bit like over ornate, like they've got gold trim at the wrist and the collar, and he's got like a fucking slick like mid fade, and his hair is like pushed. He looks like a douchebag. But he is, God. And he adjusts his glasses while he orders his henchmen to kill you.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Glasses and a man bun, like some fucking asshole,
like a douchebag. I love that you look to the side to display your man bun, real sly like you. Fucking...
We get the joke.
For audio viewers, I have a man bun
and glasses, and he's a douchebag.
The audio listeners knew that already.
We all knew that already. Dianna.
Hold on, I'm looking at my thing because it's usually...
Yes, Hail of Thorns. I got you. We get there eventually. All right. Next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, the spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your weapon or ammunition. In addition to the attack, the target and each creature within 5 feet of it makes a dex saving throw. A creature takes 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save. So it's one creature and then every creature within 5 feet of it. So I will describe the scenario. Haviland, the half-elf mage from your past, is across the cul-de-sac away from you, and the Dwerger, or the dark dwarves, are on your mausoleum, immediately on you. So you're going to have to choose.
But if I were to shoot at Haviland, would the other little fuckers be within the 5 foot?
No, Haviland is by himself.
How far away is?
I mean, he's
How's
within.
He talking to me if he's that far away.
He's like 25 feet away, but he's not. They are
I
on
can
your
hear
building.
him?
Yeah, you're talking loud. This is fantasy. You're about to cast a spell with your bow. This is the sticking point.
I'd probably duck into the mausoleum first of all.
Okay.
Just as a way to like take cover.
Mm-hmm.
Does the door close?
The door does close. It is an iron, like almost like a jail cell door. It's just like bars meant to keep intruders from coming into this mausoleum like overnight. So it's not like a door.
Okay, but I don't hate that because I can like shoot through bars,
Sure.
but it might slow them up. So I think that I would probably step into the mausoleum and let everybody know that hey, there's something out there that wants to kill us. And normally I'd be all about that, but you guys are here with me, so I guess we can live. We should shut this, and then we should do something about that. Yeah. So then I assume we would shut the door. I don't know at what point, like, is that part of an action? How does this work?
I'm going to call that an action. We're going to cut to Anthony. Anthony, what are you up to?
All right.
Mel has just come inside and is shutting the door.
So I imagine I like close the distance between us and I can see what's going on with those doors.
Yeah.
What can I see past the bar? Are the elves or the ogres or whatever coming forward? Are they?
So they are Dwergar.
I do want to say that like as Arnold's going to get close, Mel would like grab his shirt and pull him back enough because she happens to know that they've got some longer range type, like a fucking warhammer and the clangy shit, and be like, yo, you're not gonna want to stand that close. You got great vision. Don't stand that close.
Arnold, you see a very familiar Haviland across this clearing, adjusting his glasses. I think he just does it constantly. Like this fucking nerd is just always pushing him all the way back up there. And he sort of like grins greasily at you. But I don't think you see these dark dwarfs because they are on top of the mausoleum that you are currently within.
Okay, I can't see them from now. Okay. So speaking is not really an action. So can I just ask Mel and be like, what's going? I remember that guy. He abandoned us. Remember that?
Did abandon us, that little fucker. He's got goons here.
They're
I think
goons.
What we hear
Not goons.
Top.
Anything.
They've got some big old fucking weapons. Please don't die.
Okay, should I attack him? Should we do a thing? Is he not going to be our friend?
He's not going to be our friend. No,
so I immediately cast
outright said he wants us.
Specifically.
He's not going to be our friend. I cast asphyxiation.
Yeah, I tried my best to murder him because I trust Mel.
I cast AK-47. Okay, Arnold, how does that spell work? Do I roll or do you roll?
It's Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. I rolled a 18.
Damn, killed it. Yeah, no.
Okay, do I take half damage?
Yes, you do. Let's see what it was.
It was.
Yep. The creature just making sure it is half, right? Yes. Okay. I will roll that now. Wow, I rolled real well. All right. So nice.
10. Okay.
That's half. I gave you half. So
that's half. God.
Yeah, I rolled a 20. Yeah.
So
I thought you said you rolled well sarcastically.
A sudden, loud ringing sound erupts from this clearing as the bard like casts out his hand, and a sphere of explosive force breaks the ground in some of the mausoleum that Haviland is standing in front of. And you see like bits of the door break off, some of the bricks shatter, but you see him sort of like cry out and crumple like, ow! As like bits of like shrapnel like shred the sensitive skin of his face and neck, and he starts bleeding. That's cool. Next in the order is Garath.
So Garath is also inside the mausoleum, right?
Correct.
And there's only one entrance/exit.
There are 2 windows that are mostly punched out. You feel like you could wriggle through if you sort of use the effort.
I think that I would like fully, before exiting out through the window, I think I would fully kick it out.
Okay.
To make exiting easier. Because ideally I would want all of us to go out the window because I don't like that the choke point they have of the door.
Tactically is not ideal.
So I think I'll punch out the rest of the window and then dive out.
Okay. Give me a acrobatics check, please. I want to see if any of this window glass cuts you. I know you're cutting most of it, so it's not going to be life-threatening.
Ooh, 21.
Okay, yeah, you dive right out this window. Immediately after Mel said, get inside, Arnold, it's too dangerous. You're just like, nope, I'm out of here. So you dive out. You are now standing in a weed-choked alleyway between 2 mausoleums, yours and the one next door. And you are about 3 feet away from a huge-shouldered dark dwarf who has 2 spinning scythes in his hands. And he looks at you and says, hello, chum.
My first instinct was gonna be like, oh god, he's British, but then I realized that's like also kind of my fake accent.
Everybody's accents are fake. Do you want to do a minor action, Garath?
How densely populated is this area in terms of buildings?
I think there's 2 mausoleums and then like a hillside behind the dwarf that like leads up to like a hill with more graves and trees.
Okay, my plan was to like dart around a corner and see if I could like lose him between buildings and stealth my way out of it, but no is the answer.
You'd have to go into the clearing with Haviland in it, which I'm going to be real, seems more towards bad guys than less.
Yeah.
Hey, Tess, will you drop a whale on them?
Would love to.
I
I know a whale that's really
whales
happy
lying around?
and
You know what's
healthy.
You know what sucks for me is it's actually Jess's turn. So, what's up, Jess?
Hi.
What
should I drop on these guys?
So far, we've done a whale and
Myself.
yourself. Yeah.
And she did summon a Canadian goose, which I liked a lot.
The most terrifying thing I've ever summoned. So you're outside now, and then there's yeah. Okay.
Oh, you should summon like a bee, so that way it'll.
I was also.
And I'll be like, it's a bee.
I was thinking that as well, just like just a wasp.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a
Single
big old murder hornet?
No, just a normal.
Nope,
Wasps are awful.
Or like they are awful, but I'm not like unless they're allergic, I'm not sure how helpful that.
Are you allergic to bees?
Hey, bad guys, are you allergic?
Hey, do you guys like bees?
If you're not allergic to bees, how do you feel about whales?
I think you hear
Why
one.
did you just drop like a fantasy rhinoceros on
What
something?
animal are you most afraid of? Just wondering.
You hear one of them say, "I want to be real. Don't quite like birds."
All of them?
Bird?
Gareth
What about
said
like a
that.
puffin?
Yeah, birds. I don't like birds. I think they're scary.
Like every bird.
I would have summoned a really
They are like
scary
little
bird.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, one of them doesn't like birds. That's canon now. Jess, what are we doing?
First of all, Tess would be very offended that someone called her friend Chum. And it's like, he's not Chum.
He's a whole
Also,
fish.
He's a whole fish. He's the whole bucket. And then
That's really sweet, actually.
she would summon an emu, but one of the ones that like beat Australians in the
in the
Wars.
Great Emu War.
Yeah, in the Great Emu War of the whatever years. She would summon one of those. Their colonel, the head,
The general of the emu
the
army.
emu general.
You're telling me you're gonna summon General Akufu himself, head of the emu army? Do you have the clout, Tess?
Oh, I do.
Are you summoning him or are you requesting an audience? Let's be real.
That's the question. All right, I have to Google emu stat block 5e really quick because my game has gotten so far away from me. It's fucking comical.
Yeah.
Tess, how does your summoning ritual look like?
I usually act like the animal. She starts flapping her hands and like pecking.
But in like a militaristic kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Arnold
It's really
Arnold and
intimidating.
Mel, you see the druid tuck her thumbs under her armpits and start flapping her wings and pecking her neck, but also like saluting every now and then.
I'm immediately intimidated. Like,
I cower in fear.
There is a swell of trumpets from a distant horizon, and the ground shakes, and then there is a slap of like webbed foot on the ceiling above you, and you hear one of them say, "Oh fuck me," and then there's a loud squawk.
No, not bad.
yeah.
Jess, you're gonna have it move on your next turn.
Oh god.
And you can control it on your turn. All right, bad guy's turn. Garath, the guy in front of you is going to dart towards you and attack with his spinning sights. And actually, as he attacks you, you see it's 2 blades per hand attached on a swivel peg. So the sights are literally spinning towards you as he attacks with them.
Fuck, that's cool.
And he's only gonna roll a 7. So I think he swings towards you, but you step backwards just in time to see these spinning blades roll right past your face, close enough to like catch a little bit of Garrett's mustache.
You
and
bastard.
He snarls and almost smiles a little bit in anticipation.
I think I would go for something crazy here.
Okay, it's not your turn, but go ahead.
Talking's a free action, is it
Talking's
not?
a free action. Carry on.
Garath is gonna hold his hands up, which I guess fine is technically not talking, but he's gonna go. Wait, they are holding me hostage. Please help. Is that a deception roll? It's gotta be.
I mean, yeah, for sure though.
Yeah. Thought I could kind of get away with that one. 17.
Okay. He looks over your shoulder, and behind you, you hear a faint voice say, "He's full of shit." As Haviland,
Jess is like, no, we did take
Hold
him.
on, wait,
for
hold on.
money."
Havlin doesn't know me.
I think Haviland does because he saw you kick Edwin in the head in the Xanathar sewers.
Ah, fuck yeah. No, I did do that. Has Haviland
just
seen
go
me
along.
though?
Maybe we've just kept him hostage for a really long time.
But also my question is, has Haviland seen me? Because I jumped out the window. I haven't made eye contact with him.
You are faced away from him, but I think he's assuming that you're part of Meliora's party, who he has decided is time for death. Haviland is going to Haviland is going to weave his hands together and cast a spell. And Arnold, you see a brilliant boiling ball of flame build between his palms and streak towards the closed door of this mausoleum. It strikes the iron bars and spits fire inside, causing 8 points of damage to Mel, Arnold, and Tess as you get molten iron and fire sort of like splattered all around you. And Mel, you see this door start to melt. It is that guy's turn. Top of the order. Your turn, Dianna.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay, do it.
Because now I'm mad. What's 18 plus 7? Somebody do it.
25.
25.
Yes, that obviously super hits. Roll some damage.
Not even drinking. Thanks, Libra's Arcana dice. And then the damage is the D8. Now don't fuck me on this one.
That's a crazy ad. Libris Arcana cured my alcoholism.
I mean, it didn't not. Like, to be fair. Wait, is that even the D8? It is the D8. 3, 6.
6? Okay. You shoot an arrow through the slagged out, burning bars of this mausoleum door, and it hisses like a hornet straight through the air of this clearing and catches Haviland in one of his like shoulder meats, and it strikes with such force that it spins him around like a top, and he loses his footing, and he falls with a pathetic cry.
Pussy.
I'm low-key hoping that like that King Arthur motherfucker will show back up at some point. Like he seemed to care a lot about disturbance of the dead.
Bye, Jess.
Off the grass.
Jess, your camera cut out.
No,
Hey,
no,
back. We're good.
Arnold,
Off the grass.
Arnold, it is your turn.
Okay, can I see the? I'm sorry, I forgot what they are. They're ogres of sorts. They're elves.
Dark
They're
dwarves.
They are
Dwarves.
Dwergar. They are Dwergar. They are dark dwarves.
dark dwarves. Okay, can I see them yet? Have they like descended? Have they?
Yeah, I think you see one of them walk past the window, and I think maybe he like stands on his tiptoes and smiles down at you and says, "Hello, lovely."
Okay. So far it's just been Haviland that's been violent toward us, though, right?
Towards you, yes.
Towards me, yes.
One of them tried to cut Gareth's Adam's apple out of his throat.
Okay, I didn't see that though because I'm inside, right?
You did not.
Ignorance is bliss, my friend.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So as far as I know, these guys are my best friends. Haviland's the enemy. Okay. So but one of them is saying something to me, and he's calling me lovely, which is a compliment. And Arnold
is a compliment canonically.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, that guy, bad guy, these guys, great people. Maybe we can, I know we're in the middle of this thing, but you and I still friends. Is there? So Arnold tries to like mend the fences with them, even though I know it's completely gonna fail. I just have to do it like canonically. That's what I do. That's what Arnold does.
Maybe it won't fail.
Yeah, I mean, Haviland kind of interfered when I tried.
Isn't there like a can't you like charm them or some shit like that?
I can try, but it's harder when we're in the middle of battle. Although he hasn't attacked me, so does that still count? I'm not sure about the rules there.
So charm person works as long as
haven't harmed.
The charm person rules work as long as the person you are charming does not perceive you attacking him or any of his allies.
Womp womp.
So at the moment he sees Haviland.
He has not. Yeah, he has seen Haviland take an arrow, so that's not ideal.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I figured.
Now, you could still roll it, and if you roll a nat 20, I'll make some shit happen, but I'm going to tell you the odds are not in your favor on that one.
No.
In fact, I would say they're 20 to 1. 19 to 1. Damn it.
You fucking idiot.
So how many... Okay, so can you just, like, kind of paint a picture of where these dwarves are for me? Are they close to each other, or can I see them both?
Okay, you are standing in a mausoleum that is, like, 5 feet wide. And there is a dark dwarf on either side. There's one on your side at your window looking down at you, and you know there is another one on the other side attacking Garion.
Okay, I got you.
There is Haviland at the far end of the clearing, and that is all you know about.
Okay, so let me see. All right, and I'm trying to think. All right, what can I do? You know what? I'm just gonna go after Haviland again because
fuck yeah, fuck him.
I could see him and fuck this guy. I don't like this guy at all. You know what? I only have shatter, and then I have other weapons. Can I take out like my crossbow and shoot it at him?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. I've never.
Yeah. I think Arnold is living a more cautious life these days, so I could easily see there being a bolt prepared in that crossbow.
That's fair. Okay,
so fire away.
Arnold is taking lessons in stealth from Garion and lessons in self-defense from Mel.
Yeah.
Lessons in murdering from Mel.
What is he learning from Tess?
What is he learning from Tess?
This is how you smell stuff. Eat these things.
Go nostrils first.
All right. Do I have to roll for the crossbow shot, or do I? Yeah.
You have to roll. I think it's. I think it's like a +5, +4 for you.
Okay. Let me see what it is. It is not great, guys. It is not great. It's a big waste of time. I rolled an 8. Like total, it's an 8.
Total of an 8. Good. All right. You shoot this crossbow bolt, and I think it pings off the melted door of this mausoleum and sort of like ricochets just past Mel's face. And I think she turns and looks at you like, what the fuck?
Never again. I'm sorry. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I apologize. Well, he is my friend. I shouldn't have shot that. I immediately regretted this decision and all the others I made before it. I'm sorry for my life.
Garion, it is your turn.
Okay, so my little defeats didn't work out as I really planned it. So I'm just gonna take out both of my knives because I got my teleporty one and I got my just normal regular stabby knife.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go for him. I'm gonna stab him.
Get him.
So I'm gonna go. I have my teleporting knife in my main hand, and then my other knife in my offhand. So I'm gonna go main hand first, then offhand. I don't know if there's like a debuff for offhand or not.
No, you have dual weapon fighting, so you use the same stat for both.
Wait. Okay, first one with the teleporting knife is a 10. Bloodman,
No.
you're out. Shillelagh, what you got? Fuck me. 13.
Okay. Your first knife misses straight up. You stab at this guy, and he just like rolls a shoulder and gets away from it. Your second knife actually hits his armor and like sort of like digs in and creates a dent in the metal, but he's wearing like chainmail layered over with studded leather. So it just like sort of like digs a little bit, but then bounces off.
All right, Shillelagh, you're out. Dreamsicle, what you got?
All right, Jess.
Are they all in the same armor?
They are all wearing the same armor. There's one on either side, and you know, because you have been granted an audience with General Akufu, head general of the Emu army. But there is another one on top who has scythes on ropes.
Fuck yeah.
But he's terrified of birds, though.
I thought it was my guy who was terrified of birds.
No, it's the guy on the. Actually, you know what? They're both scared of birds. They're both not loving it.
So I can, because I can control the bird. So I guess it dives. Let me think. It dives towards his like crotch area, like wings first, like flapping like crazy and like squawking. And then in theory, he would go to cover that area, and then the bird will go for his like jugular with its razor sharp beaks.
A feint, if you will.
So General Akufu,
I've been kickboxing. So.
General Akufu, leader of the Emu armies, is obviously smart enough to make a feint. So emus, I have their.
But he is a verb.
It terrifies me that emus have an official 5e stat block that I'm looking at. So,
dude, 5e has a stat block for. There's probably a stat block for me in real life. In 5e.
Tess, you're gonna make 2 attacks, one with the beak and one with the claws. Each is gonna be +4 to hit. So roll a d20 twice, add 4 to the results.
I like that one. Oh no. Okay, wait. I'm gonna take out my computer's calculator. I'm a bad, stupid type of Asian. Maybe.
Apparently I am too, because I'm.
Yeah, there's so many Asians. No one can do
but
math.
Jess pulled out her calculator and Diana just stared at the camera for 30 blank seconds.
Diana just.
I was actually staring at you, Bestie. I figured you knew what that meant. Like I gave you my numbers. Like, come on.
Wait. Calculator from high school. This instrument.
Your graphing calculator? Oh no,
no, it's the cheap one.
That's the small one. We had to get those in middle school, and then in high school we had to spend money on the big ass graphing one.
I loved in elementary school we'd use calculators to write like boobies if you held it upside down.
Yeah. I almost did boobless.
Dude, well in high school I would use the graphic calculator just to type out boobies normally.
Most of us just played with boobies in high school.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
You fucking virgin cock. Jess, what'd you get?
Got 39.
Okay, that was 2 separate attacks. So it's the d20 +4.
Okay, there's a 19 +4, and then it's 16 +4. Is that what I'm doing? I added all of them.
Yes, that is. And both of those hit. Okay, here's the craziest thing. So you're going to roll 1d6 +2. That's the beak.
1d6 +2. Which one's a d6? Hold on. Is that just a regular dice?
Yep, it's a regular dice.
+2?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a 5.
Okay, and then this is fucking crazy. An emu's claws do 1d10 +2. An emu's claws do more than anybody
Straight up
else's
though, like
damage.
have you seen like the talons on those fuckers?
And
they are
this is-
definitely
this is the
descended from
general of
dinosaurs.
the
Like
emu
this
army.
is
That's fair.
1d10 +2. +2?
+2.
I mean, she basically
80?
summoned like a velociraptor.
That's an insanely high number. 80, is that right?
8. It's a percentile dice. It's just 8 +2 is 10.
Okay, +2.
Oh, I had
10?
that problem in the beginning too.
So 10 + 5 is 15. So
Wait, say
I know,
D8?
it's so
Oh, no,
confusing.
D10. I'm tripping.
yeah, no, Tess, these are percentile dice. They're rolled for like a percentage of like
Why not just
100.
put
They
eight?
exist to confuse us.
There's also
You roll 2 percentile dice at once. One is the first digit, the other is the second. So if you roll like an 8 or a 9 and a 9, you get an 89.
You said
Yeah.
percent, and the Asians in this group just made the same face of like, no,
Compute.
no.
You lost me.
Do it slowly and hold the face so that I can cut it for the thumbnail, please. Okay. Tess, this emu rips this man's throat straight out of his head with its beak and claws.
That's
like
good.
it grabs it with its beak and like pinches and then uses its claws surgically to just sort of like cut around it.
He dead.
And he
Sayonara, bitch.
collapses gasping. It is, let's see, Jess is at the end, so it's bad guy's turns, which means, all right, Garath, you hear it. Well, now, I think it's time these whippersnappers learned about the flavor. Bursting from
Get his
bursting
ass! Get his
from
ass,
the
Clarence!
grass behind this dark dwarf, you see the familiar form of Peter the wet pizza zombie that you guys rescued from the Waterdeep harbor leap out of the ground and put this guy in a fucking chokehold.
Gareth just looks at him and says, I told you we should have fought outside the graveyard.
Behind Peter, another figure erupts from the grass. This person is actually no, you guys met Clarence your first night in the City of the Dead
Yeah,
with the pocket protector and
Because
the
me, we're
khaki
the
shorts.
originals.
Since part of him was put into the bathysphere, I didn't know if just like the whole fucking bathysphere was just gonna come out of the ground and just.
That would have been crazy. Like
No,
Transformers.
this is Clarence's form. So Peter leaps out of the ground, puts this dark elf in a chokehold, and then Clarence bursts from the grass immediately at the dark elf's feet and stabs his eye with like a shard of bone that he's taken from the ground beneath him.
Can I?
And he rolls a nat 20.
Wow.
All right. Gareth, you see Clarence stab this dark dwarf in the eyeball with like a sawn-off wrist. And this guy just screams as blood spurts in the air in a fine red mist, and he just collapses backwards.
Can I take his rotating blades?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, those are so cool.
I think, Mel, you see Haviland look towards the alleyway where you hear a familiar voice of Peter and Clarence, and his eyes get fucking huge, and he turns and starts hauling ass out of this graveyard.
Can I do something
Shoot
out of
him.
reflex even though it's not my turn or no?
Depends on what it is.
I wanted to throw my knife at his back, my teleporty one.
I don't think so, Gareth,
Yeah,
because that's like a proper action, and
That's like a full action.
Yeah, it's like a full thing. Diana.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot him again.
Okay. Roll that
Fuck
bad boy.
motherfucker.
Can I go to the bathroom real quick? Just gonna
Yeah,
run.
let's take a pee
Like
break
2
and then
seconds,
we'll come back to
For
Dead Air.
freezies.
Stop.
Holy
trying.
shit, it's a cat.
What's up, everybody? And dear audience members, we are back from our pee break, and now Gus is here.
I had a great
Make sure you
piss.
guys his trick. He knows a trick.
Yes, please, dear
Please,
God.
I'm begging you.
Gotta wake up the buddy. Okay, wait. How do you? I need to show you the floor. Hold on.
Okay.
My dirty ass floor. But you see my
No
cat?
judgment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You see him?
Yeah.
Sit. Good. Spin. He's so good.
Oh my God, that was fucking
Wow.
incredible.
My
Yeah, he
dog
can
won't even
spin
do
now.
that.
He's the cutest baby in the world.
The
He does
most-
every night
This is the
before
greatest
bed.
episode we've ever filmed. Holy
The
shit.
most impressive
Great TikTok content.
the most impressive trick my cat knows is fuck off, I'm sleeping.
Oh, my cat does not know that one. How'd you
All
find
right.
that out?
We're gonna wrap this episode up. Bestie, roll that attack. You're shooting Haviland. As he's fleeing away from you, I think he shouts, "This isn't fucking worth it."
I said to fight
Worth
outside the
it?
graveyard.
How dare you say we're not worth it? We're so worth it.
Okay. Oh, more math. Should have been 15 plus 7, 22?
Yes,
Yeah,
obviously.
22.
Yep. Roll that damage.
Obviously. Rolling the D8. Oh yeah. It was a good one, all right. I have so few joys in life. Don't take this from me. 7,
deadpan.
8, 9, 10. That's all you get. Listen, people like the deadpan. I'm not on Twitter a lot, but I was on it enough to catch that comment where I'm funny because I'm deadpan.
Yeah.
Turns out that's just how I talk.
Mm-hmm.
10.
10. Okay. You send another arrow hurtling across this clearing, and it catches Havlin in the lower leg and pierces his back thigh, and he collapses against the hill with a cry of pain, and is now trying to scrabble his way up the hill with his fingies.
Send the emu after him.
But that was Diana's turn. Now it is Arnold's turn.
All right. Where are the dwarves? Are they following him?
You hear screaming and rending of flesh, and the one dwarf that was at your window that said hello lovely or whatever, you see his eyes go wide as dinner plates, and he turns and starts running.
Okay. Can I see Clarence and the other zombie monster?
I think you can, yeah, through the window on the other side.
Okay. Then I'd like to just go through the bars. Can I lift those bars and just go forward into that
through the door?
Yeah, through the door.
Yeah, sure.
Can I do that? I just want to go through the door. And I'm how close to them am I?
Yeah, 10 feet. You're at one end of an alleyway that Garath and Peter and Clarence and this rapidly dying dwarf are in the middle of.
Of course. So I was like, oh, Peter, Clarence, it's so good to see you guys. Thank you for helping with that. They called me lovely. It was very nice. I don't understand what else was going on, honestly. However, so
she's like, Arnold, check out what I found. He's spinning the fucking blade around.
That's the coolest knife ever.
Gary, odds or evens?
Oh no!
I'm gonna cut the shit on my hand, aren't I? Odds.
Bummer. Yeah, you're gonna take 4 points of damage as you slice the skin of your finger to the bone.
Whoa, it looks even cooler when you do that, Gary.
I love that Gary's like, look what I did. Shink.
Oh man.
So before I do anything, can I ask him, or can I just say to Peter and can I just say, hey, we're looking for this stone of galore, this thing. It's called the Stone of Galore. Have you guys heard of it? Do you have any idea where it is?
Well, no, I think that would have been perhaps last night. There was a big meetup of the squadron outside. I tried to tell them. I said, now you don't want to be gathering around here after dark because Ambrose EverDong is going to come at you and he's going to be real grumpy about it. But they didn't listen to me, and then they were dead set on whatever they were going to do. And I'm telling you right now, my dear boy, it was pretty weird. They had bottles of personal lubricant, and several of them seemed dead set on It's a bad time to be a corpse in the city of the dead last night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't. I would like you to elaborate.
Explain. I don't get it.
Yep.
I don't get it.
EverDong and lubricant.
Listen. This is a family show, so I can't go into any more detail.
They had sex with the dead people. I can go into more detail.
But more to your point, dear boy. I believe actually Peter was the one that saw them. Was it 2 nights ago, Peter? And Peter says, "Yes, it was just the other day. In the tomb there was a scuffling, and I saw a small animal, the rat, with a big rock in its mouth. But there was a scuffling of the people, and they stepped on it, and it kind of went squish." And they stole
the rat.
They took the stone and they ran away.
Ooh. Okay. So, this is not great. They took the stone. So you're imagining that was the Stone of Galore. What did they look like? Who were these people?
Well, they sort of had the general features of your average ruffian. One of them was a large man with he was sort of balding and had a high mohawk, I believe the youths on the street say. Yes. And but he was just very fancy, with a golden and black cloak. He looked very Eleganza is how they say it on the RuPaul's Drag Race.
RuPaul canonically exists in this universe.
I love it.
Yeah, not even fantasy, just
Is he Dragonborn?
RuPaul's Dragonborn.
That was good.
Yeah, but that's what he tells you, Arnold. He says that the Stone of Galore was taken by a grave robber in an elegant black and gold cloak with a high mohawk.
Gotcha. Okay.
I have a question also.
Okay.
What's up, Tess?
Can I ask? Hey, do you know I have this key and it has these runes on it that I can almost read very well. Have you seen this key before? Do you know what it's from, or can you read it? What does this say?
Clarence looks at it and his eyes light up. And he says, "Well, now that's a great key you have there. I saw many of them in my time walking this earth as a fleshy person. And of course, now I'm in my afterlife as a non-fleshy person. And I have to tell you, it's pretty great. Would you like a Werther's original?"
I would love a Werther's original. Thank you.
He reaches into his pocket-protected pocket and pulls out a generic store brand butterscotch candy. And it breaks my heart to tell you this, Tess. It's not a Werther's original.
Oh, damn it. It's a Werther's unoriginal. I'm so upset.
Also, it goes right through your hand when he drops it because it's ghost candy.
Damn it.
No.
Okay, well,
it sits in her hand. This is the only ghost in the world that's capable of giving non-ghost items, and they are Werther's unoriginals. But more to the point, Tess, he says, I remember seeing several of those inscriptions. I believe they are maker's marks rather than a secret language, as I think you maybe suspected it was to be.
Well, you mean like a signature?
Yeah, like the craftsman who made it. Perhaps they were so proud of it. I mean, it is a piece of art, as you can see. What are those, human teeth? That's fucking horrifying. But I think they were very proud of it. So you might be able to track down the artisan that made it, and perhaps then you could find where it goes to.
You think it's horrifying? No offense, Clarence, but you ate people. You never like kept a bit of them?
Oh, no, hey, dear boy. First of all, defend the flavor. You shouldn't talk smack about that sweet, tender human flesh until you've tried some with some Old Bay and lime.
Listen. I don't think you're going to persuade me to eat human flesh, but that's not what I was bashing. I mean, you never like kept a trinket.
I mean, every now and then we'd have a glass of Cabernet out of someone's skull, but that's just your standard Saturday.
Cereal out of somebody's cranium.
Fucking, what was it? One of Arnold's D&D themed cereals from last episode, but eaten out of a skull. Polios, Paladin Puffs,
Paladin Puffs are mine, actually.
Anyway, but Tessie tells you that they are likely maker's marks on the key, and that if you
sorry, does he know anything about where the key can lead to, or where it's from, or if it's related to anything? He just thinks.
I don't think so, because that's more in-depth knowledge that a not ghost person of the city would have.
Okay. I just put it in my pocket.
Speaking of eating people, Clarence, Peter, you see that dude that I shot over there? He's like trying to get away. If you could eat him, that'd be really cool.
Say less, fam. Peter's really up to date on, or Clarence is really up to date on his street slang. But Peter holds out his hand like a mom stopping a child at an emergency brake, and stops his amorous companion from streaking across the clearing to fucking devour this dude to the bone, and says, "Now, if I could just wish prudence upon this situation, is there anything you would like to know from this human before we send him straight to the bowels of the underworld? Because everybody knows once you strip the flesh from the bone, there's no more soul. So you can't bring him back to ask him questions."
Touche. All right. I guess.
Tess yells across the thing. She's like, "Hey, is there anything we need to know before we kill you?"
Yet?
We're out of initiative, Gareth.
Okay, because I've been like waiting patiently to do a thing for like 20 minutes.
Go ahead.
I want to I don't know if this is a feasible throw because I'm not sure exactly how far Haviland is, but I want to toss my knife so that it lands in the dirt in front of him.
Okay, roll a dex attack.
Dex attack. Doing it. Dreamsicle, you've done me well so far.
Here we go.
You rat bastard. 6.
You
In the bag.
Wait. When I see him throw the knife, can I cast Mage Hand and just like help him with it secretly? Like just make it feel like I want to alley his knife.
Like those trick plays where it's just a dude in a green screen suit that just carries it
That's
down.
exactly. I want to carry the knife to where he wants it so he feels good because I'm his friend.
Yeah, fuck it. Go ahead, Arnold.
Okay, good, because it's a cantrip. That's easy.
Yeah, it just happens. All right. Garath, you huck this knife, and you know as soon as it leaves your fingers that you beefed this throw real bad. Like you hooked it to the left and it was going like over the hill. But then as soon as it started spinning, a ghostly hand appeared midair, grabbed it, and then curved it and dragged it in front of this guy. Again, trying to drag his bleeding and prostrate form up this hill and sunk it in the dirt in front of him.
Wow, Garath, great throw.
Garath just like looks behind him and like coughs into his hand awkwardly before teleporting away to the knife.
Okay.
Can Tess Misty step over there because she wants to know what's going on?
Yeah, for sure. Tess, you Misty step. I don't think you roll for that. It just happens, right? Okay. Garath, you step into the gray space between planes. Except this time,
Tess is there.
Tess is not there. Tess's Misty step goes great. Garath, there's somebody waiting for you in the gray space between these worlds.
Oh, balls.
And it is fucking Geoffalump. Tess, are you caught up on the Geoffalump lore by any chance?
Yeah, allow me to catch you up. I don't know if you know what's up with Garath, but after he left his wizarding village, he was just kind of like a homeless vagabond for a while. But he was like super tight with this other old homeless man named Geoffalump. They would set up homeless camps together and steal food and, be delinquents and such. And then at some point they saw an altercation between some bandits and like a wealthy carriage. And so Garath and Geoffalump were like, oh, for sure, we're going to go play cleanup crew on that. Going to get some easy leftovers. But then the scuffle got out of hand. A fire was started and Geoffalump was trapped under the flames. And Garath left his ass there and saved himself.
Good. Okay, I'm caught up.
I think, Garath, you are like moving through this place because you've done this several times and it's gone fine. You step through this space and a hand stops you on your chest and burns through the clothes that you're wearing, the armor you're wearing, and brands your skin. And you hear a horrible voice say, "I'm going to get mine." As a pair of eyes burn into yours on the other side of this interplanar space. When you step out of the place, you move past it almost like a dream when you're running from a shade that your legs aren't moving fast enough to get past. You step out of the space, and now you're going to roll 1d10 for the burning damage that you take.
A lot more than before. 3.
All right, not bad. I think the shock is more upsetting than the actual pain.
The mental damage.
Yeah, exactly. But you and Tess are standing by Haviland, who is bleeding real bad from an arrow wound in his leg and in his shoulder. The grass beneath him is slick with blood.
So I think when Garath appears, he's on his feet, but he's like visibly like out of it. Okay. He's like zoned out a little bit before he hears like Haviland gurgle and he like snaps back to reality.
I think Tess
is your hand burnt? Like, don't you have a handprint burnt through your clothes?
Is there like a handprint through all like of the layers of my clothing? Like a perfect.
I think so, actually. I think there is a dark outline of a hand perfectly burned through your robes. And like Tess, I think you smell like charred skin.
Are you okay? Is your hand really hot by any chance? Did you do this?
I'm fine. It's heartburn.
Hand burn.
You want Tums?
Yeah, not fantasy Tums. The real Tums trademark.
Yeah, Tums TM.
Tums TM. Tess, what do you say to Haviland?
I say, hey, so I can cure wounds. I'm good at a lot of things. That's one of the many things I'm good at.
And I can
But
give you
you're gonna
more.
have to tell us some stuff, or I'm just gonna let you kind of just bleed out, and I'm gonna keep doing this. And I just kind of flick the arrow while it's in his shoulder.
Oh my God.
Garath is gonna like lean over to Tess and be like, "Do you want to do good cop, bad cop?"
Okay, which cop am I gonna be?
I think we've already established that because he screams at the top of his lungs.
Oh, okay, I'm bad cop.
All right, Gareth is gonna lean down like, listen, we don't want to hurt you. We will, but we don't want to hurt you.
I do a little bit.
We just need some information. My partner here, she's crazy. You don't want to just give her what she wants, man, and we'll all get out of this okay.
Listen, okay, all right. I'm sorry. I am sorry. It wasn't my idea. I didn't want to do this. I told Sylvie that this was a bad idea, but she sent me here anyway.
Sylvie, that bitch.
Why did she send you here? What is she? Or did she send you here to kill us? Did she send you here to get something?
No, I didn't know you guys were going to be here at all. I was here for the stone. You guys were accidental, and I was told to eliminate anybody that was in the way. So you were in the way, and God damn it, if it did not go my way.
Yeah, it went poorly for you.
Yeah.
Where
did that emu come from?
Think about it.
Yeah.
What's the emu doing?
General, he has a fucking name. It is General something.
Have you been down North Street lately? There was a fucking whale, dude. This emu is nothing.
I heard about that in the papers. That shit's fucking crazy.
This town's going to hell.
I like
Tess,
to
that's
picture the
actually a great
emu's
question.
just like
What
strutting
is
back
the
and
emu
forth,
doing?
like he's like patrolling like a general.
Yeah. He's like going over, like looking at all the dead bodies, making sure they're like fully dead, and like
his wings are
doing
behind
a little
his
extra
back, all
pecking
formal.
as needed.
Yeah,
You know what?
He's like
he's doing a dress inspection on Josh Pat. Josh Pat is sitting perfectly at attention with his ears up, and the
Nice.
emu
He
is
takes
like
it very seriously.
Josh Pat is taking it very seriously, and the emu is doing an actual inspection of Josh Pat's posture. Mel, roll a d20 and add 50 to it.
For cute. 63.
Josh Pat is doing so fucking good, you guys.
so good, guys. Oh.
Anyway, Tess.
Okay. Is there? I think Judine's over at Gary's like, is there anything else we want to know? Can I just finish being bad cop, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll take it from here. I'll be both.
Medium cop.
Just a cop?
No, trust me.
He's lukewarm.
Like, now listen here, punk. You go back to Sylvie and you tell her to leave us alone and forget about the stone, or else.
And also,
have a good day.
You. Yeah.
All right, now eat him.
Haviland says, okay. I promise. If you let me go, I will tell Sylvie to leave you alone. I'm going to be real, though. She doesn't listen to me for shit at all. Ever since the incident with, ever since the Star Song incident, she's been way out of her head, and she's drunk on power, and her whole cell is going fucking crazy. But I'll tell her, I'll tell you everything you told me, and I'll tell her to leave you alone. Please just heal me and let me go.
I solemnly swear that nor me nor my friends Arnold, Mel, or Tess will do any harm to you until you leave this graveyard.
Excellent. Please heal me.
I'm making direct eye contact with Peter and Clarence as I say that, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Clarence is literally, he's got like a thing of Tabasco and Worcestershire out. And
he has like a napkin in his shirt. Like it's
yeah. I think he's got like spices on a belt that he's like slowly uncapping.
He's doing the classic like knife and fork in the hands.
Yeah.
Can Tess heal him, but like not take the arrow out? Just heals around the arrow.
So it's just lodged in there forever.
Yeah, forever. She's like, okay, I'll heal you.
I think the mechanics of the spell will heal the arrow out of him.
Oh.
Because it's not a
Does he have other wounds?
Why waste the heal?
He has 2 arrow wounds, Tess. He's got the one on his shoulder, which is sort of like flesh damage, and then he's got the one in his legs, which is serious damage.
I mean, I'll take the arrows back.
Okay.
Just rips the arrows out and then heals the shoulder wound. Hey, she's like, Mel, do you want to clean this off?
Thank you.
Tess just like whips the blood off.
Yeah, she's kind of just like shaking the blood and
any
goo
extra
off of it.
flesh
Like,
or
"That kinda
whatever. Like
gross."
I'm just gonna give it to Peter and Clarence to like pick it
It's like a
chicken
kebab
wing bone,
kind of
you know?
thing.
Like,
Yeah, they can
Oh my
make
god,
like
I never
little
thought of arrows as flesh kebabs.
flesh
Yeah.
kebabs.
Me
Yeah.
either until right now.
Okay, Mel, you can get involved with this if you like, but Tess hands you your arrows that are freshly bloodied. So Tess, you heal Peter. I'm sorry, you heal Haviland just for the shoulder wound. All right, and what dice is that? Is that a D6?
It says D8.
Oh, then a D8 is the two pyramids butt to butt. Or as Dianna described it like 2 episodes ago, it's the one where you look down and it makes a pyramid.
you count 4 when you look at it from the top.
You know, the
That
most
means
efficient
it's-
way to find out what dice it is to count how many fucking numbers are on it. It's a dice.
I just mean, but then
I'm
even if you were to
confused.
like look at this one instead, like you can easily see it's got 5. So then that makes it a
Am I
10.
missing one? I'm confused. Oh
They
yeah,
have
I
the
missed
same
one.
top.
I found it. I was missing
right,
one.
let's
Okay.
go.
All right, everything makes sense now. It's a 6 plus 2 is 8.
All right, so you completely cure the wound in his shoulder, and it is the skin knits together and looks fresh and new. And he squeals in pain as the wind brushes a leaf against the gaping wound in his leg.
You're welcome.
All right, do you guys need anything else from Haviland?
I think Clarence and Peter do.
Clarence and-
Listen, I made a vow to this man, so I'm not even gonna. Who knows what happens to him after this? We leave. Clarence, Peter, and Haviland are still there. Who knows where they go?
All right. I like that, actually. I like that a lot. You guys take the key and leave this cul-de-sac of the City of the Dead. And as you turn to walk, I think Mel and Garath, you look over your shoulders and you see Peter and Clarence kneel down over this sniveling Haviland. And you see Peter's lips spread in a smile, except
it just like goes way past.
They go past where they normally should, and his whole face rips open in a jagged tooth smile as his jaw distends.
They're so cute
the whole
together.
Reason they're cannibals is in fact Anthony's fault, but I'm here for it.
They're also just like the most romantic guys. They just love each
they're
other a lot.
they're genuinely so cute together.
They
Haviland
can share a meal together. That's special.
Hey, listen, this is date night now.
I'm
Haviland a
not mad
date.
at that.
They're Haviland a date. Shut the fuck up.